that toddling town. Chicago, Chicago, I'll show you around.
Welcome back here to the
yes.
PM show on CRN.
Bet your bottom dollar you lose the blues in Chicago.
Say it, brother. Yeah.
Chicago.
All right.
The
Thank
one
you
and
for
only
that.
Robert Conrad there.
Yeah, and you know, he's got a hit show. Paul, who is not, usually we have Tomas on this show. You haven't been here for several, you've been out of the
I
country.
have had some personal tragedies that I've had to take care of.
Yeah, you have. And,
I have, yeah.
I know that you're working on, how's that coming along?
Yeah, it's getting there.
All right. Well, anyway, it's nice to have you back. And,
Good to be back.
And the kid was terrific.
You like Eric? He was
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
huh?
He was good. Yeah, it's a nice balance from, he's a little younger and he, it's just.
Got that energy going,
Well, I hope we.
Does he play the music like I play for you here, that Chicago tune, Tony Bennett?
What?
You like this?
What?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, last time I saw Tony was at the Ambassador East Hotel.
Yep.
And unfortunately, it went under, but God bless America, it was the spot for many, many, many years.
Was that really?
Oh, yeah, please. And they had a room there called the Pump Room. And if you were you were booth 1. And when Frank was there, he was always in booth 1. And when I was there and Frank was there, I would always hang out at the bar out of respect for Frank and his age and so on and so forth.
You let him have table 1,
And
right?
he loved Chicago, even though he was a guy out of Jersey.
Right.
But anyway, out of respect for him, I sat and hung out elsewhere for the time being.
I gotcha.
And now Frank's not there, and there are 2 stars coming to town and in town and making a movie.
Right.
And the maitre d' calls the manager, the general manager, I found this out, and said, what do I do? Well, Conrad is coming in. He has actually reserved the number 1 booth, which he never does. But, of course, we reserved it, but what do we do when he comes in? And said, who are the other people that you're so concerned about seating them? And he told them. And he said, well, let me ask you a question. Now, those people that you're talking about, where are they from? He said, I don't know, monsieur. I said, and where's Mr. Conrad from? I said, well, he's from Chicago. I said, then where does he sit?
Booth 1.
And I did. I sat in booth 1 and I waved to them when they went by.
Who were the other people?
Who cares? A couple actors.
Yeah, there's a couple actors.
It was
I like
very,
that.
very exciting. Now, talking about Paul and him playing Chicago. Thanks for that, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
He has a hit show with Brett and Ned. It's on at 3 o'clock on Saturday. And you guys might want to listen to it. It's a much, much, much younger demographic.
Here on CRN at 3 o'clock on Saturdays,
Yeah.
Pacific time.
2 young actors. And you might want to know what being a young actor in Hollyweird is really all about. And these 2 kids are going to tell you. And it's going to be sometimes a lot of fun and laughs. Sometimes it's unfortunately going to be brutal. But here's a picture. I can show you a picture of one of them. And she's on the right track.
Well, she's on the right track.
Well, she's pursuing an older man. Look at that.
She's in front of a picture of Robert Conrad and
Yes.
hugging the picture.
Yes.
Actually, the picture of you and the all together. You kind of got that chest going for you
Well,
there.
that picture of me in my youth. Come on, I was how old when this picture was?
What were you, 20-something?
Yeah, 20 what?
21?
Yeah, 24.
24.
Yeah,
You still look very good, Mr. Conrad. I have to tell
What
you.
I mean, I still look very good.
You are in good shape.
I'm in good shape. Yeah,
I mean,
but,
for this 10 years later now, you're in your 30s and you still kept that good physique.
I don't want to be in my 30s.
I know. You got to be what you are, right? Be grounded.
Well, no. If I knew then what I know now,
If you were in your 30s,
I would be doing a whole lot of other things. Now, I've got to
if you were
tell
in
you.
your 30s, Courtney is in there.
Yes, I know she is. She's just taking care of business.
Yeah.
But we've got Scott, and we got Brian, we got Archie, and we got John, all calling in and all being patient enough to listen to all this stuff. And
Call in
Scott's
at-
been waiting
yeah.
for quite a while.
800-336-2225 is our call-in number. We do the show live Thursdays, 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 Eastern. Call in then. Otherwise, email us at our email address, rconrad@crni.net.
And find out if this picture of Annette fondling this young man
Let me hold that up again to the cameras here.
is real. And if it's real, and I ask you, the listeners, to email me and say Conrad, or Facebook me and say Conrad, it's the real deal.
Is that the real Conrad or the Facebook Conrad?
So tell that little hen you're seeing now to watch out.
And that's a show Saturdays here at 3 o'clock.
Right.
Pacific time. Tune in and check that out. La La Land, I believe, is the name of that show.
Let me have that La La Land. Don't you
Yes,
take
I just
that,
want to
man?
look at. Oh my gosh, she is grabbing your chest here. I think you better
Thank you.
keep that. Whoa,
I'm
whoa, I
going to
don't-
keep it.
Don't
Are you
want to
kidding
touch
me?
that anymore. It's hot.
Yeah, it is hot. Thanks.
Thank you.
I met them. They're both nice kids. I saw him in a performance on stage.
Oh, yeah?
Kid's a good actor. Now, we're going to get to you. We're going to get to you. So thank you for your patience. But a couple of things I want to say that are important to get said. One of them is my son, Christian, is wonderful now. We had a little scare last week when they carted him off in an ambulance, and
Ooh, what
he stayed in the
happened?
hospital for a couple of days.
Oh.
And I just spoke to him to find out and get an update, and he's at work. He's now in construction. He doesn't do the acting thing much anymore. He does some stunt stuff and small parts because he loves building, and he's loved that all his life, and he is building now. And he's doing fine. He's really
Was it an accident that he was in, or what?
No, it was a little balance in his stuff. Whatever.
Equilibrium or whatever, or something?
No, in the blood thing.
Oh,
It was
the blood balance.
yeah, and they had to check him out. So for 2 days to check him. The bottom line is I called to tell you this is a wonderful boy. God has answered our prayer. The kid's doing great, and thank you for your prayers. So I wanted to share that with you.
Good kid. I like Christian.
Yeah, he is a good kid. There's something else I wanted to say here. Your email to say thanks, you probably hear that all the time, but I figured what the hell, sometimes you need to tell people how great they really are. Come on, Ernie, I'm not that great. You've made me great. And that's Ernie from, not our Ernie, that's Ernie from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
A little email to the show.
And
here.
what's their football team?
The Packers?
Yeah, you know why I asked you?
Why?
Because how would I know? I'm a Bears fan.
You are a Bears fan.
I didn't even know they had football in
That's
Green
a
Bay.
bitter enemy, the
Yeah,
Green Bay
do they have
Packers.
football
and
in Green Bay?
The Bears and the Packers don't get along.
Oh, okay. All right, Ernie, thanks a lot. I'm glad you took the time. See, you never know, do you? If you take the time, you never know.
You can email us if you'd like to send Bob an email. Conrad, the letter R for Robert, and then Conrad, CONRAD, at crni.net.
Yes. Now, let me do one more email and then a couple of thank yous, and then I'm coming to you, Scott, and I'm so sorry that you've waited so long. But I hope I prioritized this appropriately. Hey, Sue, I want to thank you for your prayer, and God bless, and to you and your family. And hey, Sue, to you and your family, God bless too, kid. And this is from Sue from Las Vegas. And there's a little personal note in here. And I'm glad that the three of you, your brothers and you, survived your childhood, because mine wasn't a walk in the park, believe me. I tease
Wow.
about it a lot of time, but Uncle Bob had a fairly challenging teenage youth. But what doesn't destroy me makes me stronger.
G. Gordon Liddy.
Was that who it was?
I think it was. Or your mother. Both, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe it could have been both.
Could have been, you
That's
know.
it.
Yeah. Gordon's a great guy,
He
incidentally.
is a good guy.
I could have never done what he did.
He's on CRN5 here on
I
this
know he
network.
is. I couldn't do a nickel.
You couldn't do that?
He did 5 years, man. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. A nickel. I like that terminology. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Robert Conrad. By the way, thanks to that email from Las Vegas on Cox Cable. Thank you for listening to us on Cox Cable in Las Vegas each and every week here to the Robert Conrad Show.
Hey, back in the day, I could have done a nickel, but not now.
Not now.
Yes, and as far as Las Vegas is concerned, you found me, and you're in some of my emails. You found me, Las Vegas.
Has your growing business been putting off